Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's been just over a month since I started my channel, so I want to give an update as to where my portfolio is currently at. There are three main areas of growth since I released my first video on the 27th of August. Firstly, the overall value of my portfolio has grown by almost exactly £3,000 from £15,019 to £18,018. Secondly, when making my first video, my total dividend payments for 2019 to date equated to £322. After a strong month in September, the total has now just surpassed £420. Finally, I just want to say a big thank you to everyone that has subscribed to the channel already. From 0 subscribers initially to 159 in just over a month. Hopefully that's also a good indicator as to how progress is moving along. Please remember to hit the like button if you enjoyed today's video. Okay, that's the headline figures for now, so let's get into the nitty-gritty details. When you log into the Hargreaves Lansdowne website, this is how your account is initially summarised. Unfortunately, you cannot quickly determine your overall gains and losses as a collective. You have to go into each account separately and review them independently of each other. This is in contrast to the mobile app, which I actually prefer for a quick snapshot of my progress. I'll show you now what I mean on the app itself. So here's the app and I'll just sign into my account. As you can see, total value at the top split into what is held as stocks and then any cash on my account. Then I just simply swipe at the top of the screen and it gives me a combined overview of both accounts. Down almost 6% overall, however the last day of trading was definitely better and going in the right direction. Then I can just click into each account for more details. The ISA account first then, only £20 held here as cash and the rest is within funds. Again, just slide along the top. As you can see, it's currently down 0.3% overall, and again a decent finish to the week on Friday. As you can see here, Lindsell Train and Legal & General are both up slightly, whereas the Artemis, Royal London and Fundsmith Equity are all down slightly. It is also very quick to switch between total gains and losses, and then again for just the current trading day, as you can see here. So before I switch back to the main website, I'll take a quick look on the app at my shares within the fund and share account. So up overall on the last day of trading, just £63 or 0.5%. This time £145 is being held as cash. However, this is set up to be automatically reinvested. So I'm just waiting for Hargreaves Lansdowne to execute these deals. Down below, you can see that almost all of my holdings increased on the day, with only 4 showing slight decreases. Again, if I scroll back up and switch this from daily performance to overall total performance, and it's a different story. William Hill is doing great so far, up almost 15%. WPP and GSK are also holding onto their net gains. Unfortunately, it's all red below further down. However, these are all long-term investments, so I'll be keeping the faith and holding on to these into the future. So that's a quick look at the HL app. So we'll go back again to the main website now and go into the ISA account to start off with. So we've already covered the gains and losses in the app, so we'll go straight into the income section for this account. So here's the total again for you at the bottom, just for your reference. So what we'll do now is go across here and click on the income tab. You can see the 3 headline figures as they currently stand. Firstly, a total of £11.33 so far in this tax year. Secondly, £14.36 has been generated in 2019 year to date as a whole. And finally, that gives a monthly average of just £1.20 over the past 12-month period. So not exactly much to write home about just yet. However, as I mentioned before, it will really be November before I start seeing any decent returns from the funds in this account. If I scroll down to the graph, you can see a small payment of just £1.83 for September. And if I scroll down further again and expand this section, you can see that this came from my monthly paying Artemis High Income Fund. So I'll scroll back up again and head back to the summary page and then go into my fund and share account for an update on everything here. Again, I already covered the gains and losses for each holding on the app, so I'll not spend too much longer now going through all of that again. Just as a quick reminder, the majority of the holdings are down as a net gain or loss, unfortunately. However, there are some gains overall. For example, GSK, William Hill and WPP are all showing net gains. However, I scroll back up here and then go into the income tab. That's really what I want to show you now. So the overall income for the tax year is just over £401. The overall income for the calendar year of 2019 is £407. And the monthly average over the last 12-month period is just over £34. However, if we look at just 2019, including October, which is yet to see any dividend payments, the monthly average is closer to £41. Looking at the graph then, you can see that September was quite a decent month with total dividend payments of exactly £98. Again, if we scroll down and expand this section, we can see a breakdown of the individual payments, which have come from 7 different holdings in total. So from the top down then, Imperial Brands paid out £14.70. Aviva was just over £23. HSBC was £12.37. Legal & General was £17.35. Standard Life was £6.94. Shell was £15.20. And finally, BP paid out £8.35. So quite a busy month for payments overall. That's really it now for the HL website. So let's switch back to my Google Sheets tracker. The main thing I have updated here is the dividend payments for Q3, as I've just discussed for September. As you can see here, they are now highlighted as green since they are no longer forecasted but actually confirmed payments. You can also see here that the total dividends for Q3 were £261.99, which is well up on the £139.65 that I received in Q2. It is also worth noting that I've updated column N as to when I can expect future dividends to be paid for each of the holdings, and this is how the database is currently sorted in chronological order accordingly. The next section of Google Sheets that I want to highlight is my combined income tracker. In blue are any payments received from my ISA funds, and red represents any dividend payments from my individually held shares. So my total passive income for September was £99.83. As I mentioned in my very first video, my initial target is to consistently achieve a monthly income of at least £100. So I've just missed the target by 17 pence in September, however, still a very solid month overall. The final section from Google Sheets that I want to highlight is my portfolio analysis, as represented by this pie chart. My reliance on UK shares has decreased to 63.5%, while funds in my ISA account contribute towards 30% of my portfolio. The remaining 6% is made up of international shares and a very small amount of cash which is waiting to be reinvested. Well, that's my update after the first 5 weeks or so. As we've seen, my overall portfolio value and, more importantly, my dividend payments have both significantly increased during this period of time. As always, if you enjoyed my latest video, I'd really appreciate you hitting the like button. It does encourage me to know that you like what I'm trying to achieve here. Likewise, if you want to stay up to date with my investment journey, please subscribe to the channel. A few of my other videos can be found here if you want to go back and compare my progress so far. Finally, I would really appreciate any feedback that you have, so please leave a comment, and thanks as always for watching.